Hello, NET aspirants. I am Komal Mittal, Assistant Professor, Department of Economics, Bareilly College, Bareilly. Now, I am going to discuss with you what should be the strategy for securing maximum marks in compulsory paper of UGC NET exam paper first. Seldom I ask to my students, what is your goal? Then they replied, to crack the UGC NET exam. Again I asked, what do you want? Then they replied, to secure national eligibility for junior research fellowship and lectureship. Is it right? Probably not. If we don't know what should be the goal, then how can I achieve our goal? That's why the approach should be to secure national eligibility for junior research fellowship and lectureship is our goal, and to achieve this goal we want to crack the UGC NET exam. After know our goal, I am going to discuss with you what is the scheme of the exam. This exam has been conducted by National Testing Agency in lieu of UGC. UGC has revised the syllabus of paper 1 and paper 2 in June 2019. The paper 1 and paper 2 has same time limit, but the paper 1 has consist only 50 questions while paper 2 100 questions. Same time duration, but paper 1 has half of the questions of paper 2. It clearly reflects that paper 1 has higher competency level than paper 2. Both are papers compulsory to qualify. Now I come to paper 1. The name of the paper is General Paper on Teaching and Research Aptitude. First of all, we should know it is not any kind of general knowledge paper or general study paper. It is a paper on teaching and research aptitude. That's why our strategy should reflect these terms. The term general paper. This paper demands general knowledge, not any type of specialization. It is compulsory to all, so assume that would be teacher and research scholars of all the domains must have knowledge of such areas and equipped with such skills. The term teaching, the candidates are also expected to have a general awareness about teaching and learning processes in higher education system. Higher education system is a very important term to understand. In the education system hierarchy, higher education system is at the top. It makes doctors, engineers, scientists and teachers itself. That's why teaching not any a profession, but it is a skill also. Further, they should be aware of interaction between people, environment, natural resources and their impact on the quality of life. The ultimate goal of education is to improve the life of human being. The term research. Candidates are expected to possess and exhibit cognitive abilities which include comprehension, analysis, evaluation, understanding the structure of arguments. These lines are mentioned in the syllabus of UGC at the top, but most of the students don't read it and can't secure maximum marks in the paper. The last term, aptitude. The main objective is to assess the teaching and research capabilities of the candidates. The test aims at assessing the teaching and research aptitude as well. It is not an attitude but an aptitude. That's why a would-be teacher or would-be research scholar should inculcate aptitude in themselves. Syllabus of the paper. This paper has 10 units and total 50 questions will be asked from these units. The division of the question from each module is equal 5 questions will be asked from each module or unit. Because the division of the question is equal, that's why importance of all the units is equal. We can't leave one or two any unit to prepare. Unit 1 is teaching aptitude. This unit covers the teaching concept, objectives, level of teaching, learners' characteristics, factors affecting teaching, methods of teaching, teaching support system, evaluation system. Unit 2 is research aptitude. Likewise, teaching aptitude, research aptitude must be inculcated in yourself. Research, meaning, types, characteristics of research, methods of research, steps of research, thesis and article writing related questions. Add on with application of ICT in research and research ethics is covered in these units. Unit 3 is a comprehension. A comprehension will be given by the UGC and some question, around 5 questions will be asked on that comprehension. Unit 4 named communication. Any profession, communication is a must knowledgeable skill, or we can say achievable skill. But in the profession of teaching, it becomes a strong tool for a teacher. Communication covers the meaning, types, characteristics of communication, effective communication, verbal, non-verbal communication, barriers to effective communication, and mass media and society related questions will be asked from this unit. Unit 5 Mathematical reasoning and aptitude. The term aptitude again used here because you not only know what is the reasoning or mathematical reasoning, but you should have the aptitude of mathematical reasoning. Types of reasoning, number series, mathematical aptitude, etc. will be asked from these units. Unit 6 Logical reasoning. A teacher should think logically and he has a logical reasoning capability. That's why this unit is added in the syllabus. Unit 7 Data interpretation. A research scholar or a teacher in higher education system must have the knowledge about the data interpretation. Most of the researches are based on data. That's why data collection, data addition, data editing, data classification and interpretation of data is very important for us to know. Unit 8 is Information and Communication Technology. ICT covers all the domains of our life, all the spheres of our life, and covers all the domains of education. That's why as a compulsory paper, it is compulsory added in the syllabus of NET exam first. It covers the general abbreviations terminology, internet, intranet basic knowledge, digital initiatives in higher education, ICT and governance, likewise topic. Unit 9 is People, Development and Environment. It is a It is a most lengthy unit. It covers development and environment, human and environment interaction, environmental issues, impacts of pollutants on human health, natural and energy resources, natural hazards and disasters, Environmental Protection Act and other some acts. Last and most important unit is Unit 10. As we know, after cracking this exam and getting the eligibility to become an assistant professor or a research scholar, we will enter in the higher education system. So, it becomes necessary for us we know about this system. This unit covers the institutions of higher learning and education in ancient India, in medieval India and in modern, or we can say in post-independence India. Oriental, conventional and non-conventional learning programs in India. Professional, technical and skill-based education structure. value addition, value education, and environmental education. With it, policies, governance, and administration also covered in this unit. Now I hope you can easily understand what is the syllabus, why it is designed like this, and what should be your strategy. You can download detailed syllabus from the website www.ugcnetonline.in. Lastly, I have given some suggested readings. It is not sufficient, but it may be helpful for you to cover all the syllabus or become your preparation sharp. Now, after seeing this video, I hope you can easily understand the nature of the paper, objective of the UGC, and you are able to get success in your next attempt. Good wishes to all. Thank you.